everyone, and welcome back to some more K-pop news. In today's video, I have news on how ADOR has now revealed the reason on why they kicked out Danielle of NEWJEANS. Also, I have news on how a woman has now stalked BTS JUNGKOOK's house for the third time, and also a whole lot of news like that as well. So with all that being said, let's get straight right to the video right now. Yesterday, it was announced the reason of why ADOR had kicked out Danielle and the reason of why ADOR had filed a lawsuit against her, and the reason of why ADOR did that is because it says right here that ADOR has now claimed that Danielle attempted to sign advertising deals and appear in content without ADOR's approval, even though her exclusive contract was still legally valid, meaning that even though Danielle did not even do this at all, ADOR is saying that she did that, and so because that, ADOR has now filed a lawsuit against her without any actual proof that, like I said, that Danielle had actually done anything bad against ADOR at all. Also, last night it was announced that ADOR had lowered the amount of money that Danielle has to pay for her lawsuit, and the reason is because for me, I had no clue about this, but apparently inside of Korea, if the amount of money that you have to pay for your lawsuit is way too high, there is a chance that the court is going to make sure that this lawsuit does not even happen at all, and so because of this one reason, ADOR has now lowered the amount of money that Danielle has to pay for her lawsuit to make sure that she pays the entire lawsuit money that ADOR has now filed towards her right now. Now look, a lot of you might be wondering right now, wait, how is she still going to be able to pay for her lawsuit even though the price has not been cut by a little bit? Well, I have a good answer for you, because apparently this past week, the number one YouTuber named Mr. Beast has now said in his most recent tweet that he wants to help out Danielle, and the reason is because over these past couple of weeks, NewJeans fans have been asking him to help out Danielle and have been asking him to pay off her $30 million debt that has now been cut down to about $22 million inside of the USA. Now look, here's my thoughts about this news right here. First off, this whole lawsuit that ADOR has now filed to Danielle is such a scam, and the reason is because ever since this whole lawsuit started and ever since ADOR had kicked out Danielle, I already knew that something was very sketchy since ADOR never gave the exact reason on why they kicked her out, and when they gave the reason last night, man, I have one thing to say about this. ADOR is such a clown, and this is such a clown behavior from them. And the reason why I said that is because by ADOR saying that they are claiming that Danielle did this means that they have no clue if she did this or not. Also, on top of that, let's say if Mr. Beast does buy NewJeans, and let's say if Mr. Beast does end up paying the entire lawsuit penalty fee for Danielle, man, I'm going to be so happy for him, and I'm going to be so grateful for him, and I'm going to be so grateful for him forever for doing this one act for Danielle. But let me know down in the comment section down below. Do you think that this was another clown behavior move from ADOR or not? For the next news that I have for you today is that a Brazilian woman has now been arrested because she was caught stalking around BTS JUNGKOOK's house for the third time. And the reason on why she got arrested is because first off, it says right here that this woman had visited BTS JUNGKOOK's place on December 13th and the 28th of last month in December, and that she had also violated the Stalking Punishment Act, which is a restraining order that JUNKOOK had filed against her last month. And now that we figured out the reason on why this woman are arrested for the 2 times, let's talk about the reason on why this woman are arrested for the 3rd time again today. And the reason is because it says right here that this woman is said to have caused a disturbance at Jungkook's residence by throwing mail, hanging photos on the railing, and writing messages to him around his house. I'm so glad to hear that this woman has not been arrested for the third time, and I'm hoping that now that this person has not been arrested for the third time, I'm hoping that there is a permanent ban on this woman from ever trying to visit Jungkook's house. And let's say that if she does visit his house, or at least tries to, then this woman is going to be sent to jail for a long time for doing that. Now, I have a couple of good news for you, starting off with this news right here announcing that TAEYEON has now renewed her contract with SM Entertainment, meaning that TAEYEON will not continue under SM Entertainment for more than 19 years. I'm so happy to hear that TAEYEON has now renewed her contract, and the reason is because for me, as a fan of Girls' Generation, I'm so happy to hear that she has now renewed her contract, and I'm so excited to find out when her next song release is going to be coming out from SM Entertainment. For the final news that I have for you today, it was happily announced that ITZY member YUNA is now going to be making her solo debut this upcoming March. Now look, for me, as a huge fan of ITZY and as a fan of all the members inside the group, I'm so excited to hear her first solo debut album when it comes out in about 3 months from today, and I'm so excited to hear her solo debut title track song because for me, I have a high feeling that her album is going to be very good. But thank you so much as always for watching my K-pop news video, and don't forget to like, comment, and to also subscribe down below for more K-pop news like this one. Anyways, that's it for today, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!